人生なの。いや、いやいやことは構わなかった。やった光が漏らす。いや、共にいる。僕はあの日助けた少年、シンバパパ、養子として。
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Turf Wars, a Rogues Gallery event. My name is Father. I'm joined today on the casting couch with Eason, and we got IRK Tim doing the observing today. Eason, how you doing, brother?
Doing well, man. I'm doing all right. Yeah, I'm disappointed you didn't say the observatory.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. In the pre-game warm-up, I said that we had Tim coming in from the observatory. Eason liked that one. I forgot to sprinkle it in there, but it is true. Tim is live from the observatory today. He's going to be catching every angle of all these games.
Dude, sick.
Yeah, we got some good games ahead of us. I'm excited for this. The Killer Clowns versus the Clown Killers. I mean, just like straight up from the jump, these two names. I mean, if the Clown Killers lose to the Killer Clowns, that is just frankly embarrassing. I mean, their whole identity is shaped around their one function, their one task, which is killing clowns. And if they fail to do that, I mean, what purpose do they even serve on this earth?
Yeah, dude. I was thinking about that. I was taking a shower today.
Yeah.
I was sitting there. I was thinking about the Clown Killers and the Killer Clowns, dude. I think a lot in the shower.
Yeah.
Those 30-minute showers, And I was like, you know what? I mean, we got the coin flippers and the Cabal. I'm not really sure what the deal is with the Cabal.
Yeah.
But I mean, if the who do the clowns kill?
I mean, it's kind of left up for the interpretation of the reader.
Do they
you
kill
really
coin?
take it any way you wanted? But I mean, if they're gonna kill one person, I feel like it's got to be the Clown Killers. I mean, this is really a life or death match here.
Life or death?
Yeah.
Man.
Two people are entering this ring. Two teams are entering this ring, and one is coming out alive. The other one is being buried 6 feet under promptly after the event. But yeah, the winner's going to be advancing to the winner's match to play against the Cabal, who took out the coin flippers last week.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
It was a little bit brutal. It was a little rough. I think it was a 4-1. Only Jaeyoon taking a game for the
captain,
the coin flippers. So it is what it is. Hopefully this week is a little more back and forth. Although I gotta be honest, come forward, be straight with you guys. I am on the Killer Clowns, so there's going to be some implicit casting bias today. There's no two ways around it, really.
I'll make sure you don't go off the rails, dude.
Yeah, right? Keep me in check for sure. Check.
I got you, bro. I got
Thanks,
you, dude.
I appreciate it.
Now, I gotta ask you a question. Father.
All right, let's talk.
Were you afraid of clowns as a child? And if you're currently afraid of clowns, that's fine. Our little secret, you can be honest. No one's listening.
I mean, I gotta be honest. I wasn't really. I never saw like It as a kid. That's the one with the clowns, right? I never saw that growing up. I never had any of those scary movies growing up. My parents were very protective about that kind of shit. So I never really did see. I never got that implicit fear of clowns, which is good because now I'm on a team of them.
I guess that's true, man. Yeah, dude, I was terrified of it. The original It when I was a kid.
Yeah, like the TV series.
Oh, there's a TV series. What?
There's like a
I'm not watching
2-part
that.
TV thing, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. It was 2 parts.
This is before my time, so I get points
Yeah,
for
you
even
were
knowing
6
this.
feet under, man. I
Yeah.
don't know. You weren't alive, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was. Yeah, the first part was when they were kids, and the second part was when they were adults, and yeah, it's pretty terrifying. But
I watched the first part a couple of years ago, and I gotta say it does not hold up. I mean, I assume as a kid that'd be pretty terrifying, but as a jaded 17-year-old, I was not impressed. I have to say.
Dude, my nephew, he's when it came out, he was like 3 or 4 at the time, and like little kids,
Jesus.
they're so well. He didn't watch it. No, he didn't watch it.
Okay,
dude.
okay.
No, he was just like like little kids. They're like, I mean, I did this as a little kid. I'll be like, like I'm afraid, but I'm like curious. I'm like,
Sure.
what are you watching, mom and dad? But they're like, go to bed. And then he like opened the door a little bit and like listen. But yeah, man, my nephew is like, he's like, what do? We put the trailer on, and he was like really afraid. But he was also like kind of like peeking over his mom's shoulder, like, "What's that?" And he's like, "We all float down here." He's like, "Ah!" He ran away.
Yeah, I think that'd be a little traumatizing.
Yeah, a little bit, dude.
But that's good. You got to have that growing up, a little trauma in your life,
Yeah, that's what you said. Your parents protected you. I feel like that's why you play Terran, because
you
can
to
actually
get back at my
die.
parents.
Yeah,
dude, look at these. Oh my god, I can't believe. Look at these logos. These are terrifying.
I can't.
I hope there aren't any kids in the audience.
I'm not watching, dude. I'm not looking.
Dude, you got to tune in. You got to see these sick.
No,
Did Hazley draw these?
Right.
I don't even believe that she's capable of drawing these. Or was it Queen? Whoever was in charge of these.
Yeah, I think Queen might be the artist.
Yeah, it was Queen. I can't believe she could even come up with something like this. I'm horrified, frankly.
Man, so on the clown killers,
right?
I feel like that clown is dying. I feel like
I mean,
the X is like
it's
dead.
impaling the clown.
Yeah,
that's pretty badass. The blood is just spewing everywhere, and then the killer clowns. I mean, that's just intimidating. I mean, I'd be frankly startled if I came across that in real life.
It's on the wall. This is graffiti, dude.
Yeah. You're walking to school in the morning and this is sprayed on the alley. You usually walk down. I'm taking the long way. I'm out of here.
School today.
Yeah. Fuck that. I'm out. Man. All right. But that's enough from us. I think we're about to get into some games here. Game 1, it looks like it's going to be Gypsy versus Galaxy on Neo Sylphid, if my information is correct. This is a pretty big match. I'd say out of the lineup today, Gypsy's probably the best one off of the Killer Clowns. So starting off in first, hopefully he takes this win. Otherwise, the Killer Clowns are going to be in a bad situation. What do you think about TVZ on Neo Sylphid?
Well, dude, I don't know, man. Well, let me start out with saying this. I don't know really that much about Galaxy. I'm sorry, Galaxy.
Yeah.
I think it's on VT, or it used to be on VT. And Gypsy's a freaking beast. This guy is a god. I mean, he was probably one of the top NA Terrans, or like the best, right? I mean, I don't know if you want to consider Nyokin or Artosis an NA Terran.
Those are Korean Terrans now.
They
got
accounts. Taken away. That's like Huck in StarCraft 2. He was born in Canada, I think, but we're like, nah, he's American. Like, he's from the United States.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, TVZ on this map, I feel like, I don't know. I mean, so if you take the main base, like, I just feel like it's so like, okay, if you can't take the third that has like no, like the half minerals and the half gas. That's just that won't work. You can take that against Protoss, but I mean, I will say the advantage for Zerg is, if you take like the thirds with the ramps, then it's obviously a lot easier to defend. But then it's like, okay, where do you go from there? You know what I mean?
Right, it's taking the fourth gas. That's pretty hard.
Right. So I feel like if you take like the other main, or like the natural of the main, for like some Zergs do that tricky thing where they take the natural of the main. I think that's better on this map rather than just taking a third with the ramp on it. But I mean, if you get 3 gas, as you know, Father, the possibilities are endless for Zerg.
Sure,
If they get the filers, anything can happen. So you might only need 3 gases, but I mean, like I said, Gypsy's insanely good.
Yeah, his TVZ especially is definitely the matchup he feels most comfortable in. So I think he is happy that this is the matchup that got selected. Obviously, we didn't know the matchups ahead of time. We submitted a lineup, and then we found out the matchups afterwards. So I feel like Gypsy was pretty confident going into this game on Neo Sylphid. Gypsy vs Galaxy TVZ coming at you. And we're getting into it. All right, spawning up in the 12 o'clock location, we have our Zerg player, VT Galaxy.
All right, so he still is on VT. Okay, and then the lower left position, we got the yellow Terran, co-captain, as one might say. We have Gypsy.
Yeah, we did it initially, almost immediately have a mutiny, more or less, within the Killahs.
Dude,
but, I think we mostly tampered that down for now. It seems like order has been restored to the ranks of the team.
Dude, I love when I was watching the draft live. I was dying. It was like Raz picked Gypsy first, and then it was like Raz's next pick. Gypsy's like,
Red Duck. Yeah, I think it was Red Duck next, and it was just the double Terran. I mean, say what you will about the different races and their respective balances and matchups, but picking a team full of foreign Terrans is really not the recipe for success most of the time. That's at least the common knowledge, but I don't know, man. We'll see.
But I mean, I think the difference is that, like, yeah, you know, maybe you're right, but Red Duck, I mean, I haven't seen too many Red Duck's games. I know the only games I really seen him play is against Hawk.
Right.
And, you know, he played pretty well there. Hawk actually ended up winning that. But, I mean, Gypsy is, like I said, I mean, if you're going to grab a Terran, this is the guy to grab, dude.
Totally.
Like, so, and also he recently threw sorry, June, but he recently threw June in the...
He smacked him. Let's not joke around about this. Let's not tiptoe, walk on eggshells. He smacked him backhanded.
That's my captain, man. No.
Yeah, you can tell him I said that. But a little surprise from Gypsy. You got 12 gas coming in, and it looks like he's going to wall off his main 2. So it could be a return of the 2-port Wraith we saw it against Jaeyun. Like I was saying, he did smack him. So he could be feeling that confidence riding that into this series. Or it could just be regular mech. Mech is pretty solid on Neo Sylphid. It's just, you can kind of keep, as you're moving your army around the map, you can keep taking expansions. Like each way that you would move towards your opponent, there's like another expansion for you to take. So it's pretty solid in that regard. And yeah, he's pulling off gas now, so it looks like it's not going to be a one base tech play. Looks like he's going to go for a quick expand off this. And regular old two hatch on the other side of the map.
Yeah, I'm really curious if well, so you know, best of 1, anything can happen. I mean, like everyone in this event, for the most part, other than like, you know, there's like maybe 4 or 5 guys that are like, maybe I would say much better than the rest, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's all pretty close for the most part. But I feel like anything can kind of happen when when like the range, like the skill is so close.
Yeah, it's high variance for sure.
Yeah, so
and I think that might be a little bit why Gypsy's playing mech here, as in a lot of ways it's a very robust style of playing. Obviously, it's a little bit vulnerable to like Ling all-ins and Hydra all-ins a little bit, but not compared to like 1-1-1 or anything. And even regular 2-racks play, SK Terran play, it's a little bit flimsy at times. I mean, you can just take a couple bad trades with your Marine medic and then get pinned in your base for the rest of the game, and it feels pretty rough to deal with. But I mean, mech, it's just super easy. You just macro, you execute properly, you just do a little bit of SCV building, and you hit some really strong timings here. We'll see if Gypsy's going to go for the kind of 1-1 move out with some tanks, try and go for a bust there, or if he's just going to play like a more chill out 2 factory, maybe grab a starport and get some upgrades rolling. We'll see if he wants to play a little more passively.
Yeah, there's actually one thing you can do. This always happened to me on ladder when this map was a ladder map. He got the lanes out.
Yeah, that's actually pretty big.
Yeah. But I guess.
Oh,
is there
that's
production?
nice. Yeah, sunken placement's a little bit far back. Some of the mineral patches aren't defended from that vulture, unfortunately.
Here come the lanes, but no lane speed yet or anything like that.
No.
But this vulture should. Or there's 2 vultures. Okay.
Yeah, so most likely
he's
this.
He's actually that marine's walling off, blocking these 2 vultures.
That's pretty funny, actually.
It actually might be for the best.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Because he's keeping his vultures back accidentally, and he might be able to just kill these lanes.
Ooh, but if the overload's, I think it missed it actually. It just
no,
did.
yeah.
So those links could actually do damage though, because he's gonna build an add-on on that factory, then go for Goliath. So there's gonna be a long time where he's not making any units. 1 marine is not gonna beat 4 links, and link speed finishes. No,
there we go.
Is it?
Yeah,
yeah. Link speed, yeah, that's link speed.
That's definitely. Link speed.
Barracks landing.
Oh!
Oh my god! Are you kidding me? How did those links get in there, dude? This game is so busted.
That's a bunny ear wall, so lanes can't get through, right?
Yeah, no. It was the lings got under the barracks before it.
Yeah, I saw
landing.
they like glitched them out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
really unfortunate timing.
So 1 SCV died so far. Gypsy sent the vultures back. He'll deal with that. But I mean, so this is so important for Galaxy. Got a full scout.
Yeah.
I doubt Gypsy was gonna try to run in with these 3 vultures. It's more just so he can deny a 3rd base and just kind of maybe pick off some drones and just see what's up. But
and he got Gypsy to pull back all his vultures, but I'm surprised he didn't send out a drone to take a 3rd to capitalize on that. Looks like he's gonna do that now, but
I think
looks
he
like
got
he's
it.
Gonna sneak by the vultures. Yeah. That's nice. So
barely. Exactly. So that lane run by, I mean, maybe it only killed I think it only killed 1 SCV. Well, he's got
and vulture
drones.
run by right before the mutas pop and gets 2 drones so far. 3, 4.
Yeah, just they got that 1 HP regen instantly.
Yeah, so 3 or 4 drones there, pretty solid. I mean, as soon as the mutas come out on the map, those vultures are pretty not useless, but they're going to be on the run. You can use it to delay the mutas a little bit, but I like trading for drones like Gypsy did there. Just going to slow down that economy a little bit. Really, in this position, Zerg knows that he can get away with droning forever. I mean, the first push out for Terran isn't going to come out for another couple minutes, so he has plenty of time to drone up. And so forcing a couple extra drones like that is going to make it a little bit more annoying to deal with that initial move out from Gypsy. Probably going to see like a +1 armor move out with the Goliaths just to make sure that Galaxy is being honest with sunk production, stuff like that.
So my experience with mech is like, I feel like, I mean, it's definitely risky, but if you get a Queen's Nest really early on, like the longer the Queens are out on the map, like the more value they have, right?
They're like vessels like that.
Yeah, and they gain energy and blah, blah, blah. So he's getting a Hydralisk down. He's getting some SCV. I think got like 1 SCV kill. Almost kills the Muta. But so yeah, he's getting armor and he's getting Hydra speed. He has 3 hatches. He doesn't have... I don't know. I feel like if you're not going to go Queen's Nest, I really like the Evo and I really like getting armor.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just... Armor is so good against Goliaths. And then typically the Goliaths get, armor for the Muta, Oh, these 2... Oh no, these 2 Overlords are going to die.
If Gypsy scouts these Ovies... Oh, he sees it, yeah. Okay, 1 down for sure. And if he moves into that 3rd base location, he's going to get another couple, which is going to actually just totally hinder the production of Galaxy. Yeah, these Overlords are...
No, I don't think he's... No, he's just peeking out.
Damn.
Yeah, he's good. But, yeah, so Galaxy boning a 4th hatch, it looks like, at his 3rd base. I don't know. Like, Tim, can you get a shot of his natural, of Galaxy's natural? Does he have... Okay, so he's getting range. Armor's almost done for Muta. His drone count is okay.
Pretty low, I feel like.
Okay, so he's getting missile. There's the Evo.
I feel like his drone count could be a little higher. He built a bunch of Hydras, but he hasn't really done anything with them. He's just kind of moving them around the map with his Mutalisks right now. And so, I mean, if you're going to build units early on with Zerg like this, you're going to have to do something with them. Like, when you're building Mutas, at least you can get SCV kills and stuff, but these Hydras doesn't look like they're going to accomplish much for now. And I'm a little bit worried for Galaxy when Gypsy's timing attack hits with a couple tanks, 1/1 Goliaths. I mean, he's going to really have to be on top of his macro to be dealing with 5 factory production.
Yeah, that's the thing with Mac. Like, against Mac, you just need to, like, go all out in one direction. Either, like, be very aggressive or just drone. Like, if you do, like, both, like, he's boning these Hydralisks. But he's not boning, like I said, he's not boning Queen. So it's kind of like when you said, when the 5 fact push comes out, then if you don't have a lot of economy or you you know what I mean? Like if you don't have a lot of queens, it's just you just get run over. I mean, they can basically just 1A you.
Yeah.
So I don't know. All these Hydra lists are basically useless. I mean, he's definitely not being aggressive. At least I don't think so. I mean, he's poking around the map. But
yeah,
yeah,
looks like
I
he's
don't
gonna
know.
try and bust in the natural here, perhaps. But
Yeah, I mean, maybe
no
range is
siege mode. Let's see how Gypsy deals with this. There's no siege mode. It looks like the meters are going to try and target down the siege tank, pulling off SCVs from the line to try and get in the way of these Hydralisks. Just a couple. And I think with these numbers, I think Gypsy's going to be able to hold on here without too much problem. Hold just enough SCVs actually to block those Mutalisks, or to block those Hydralisks. Rather.
Yeah, that's just a great concave too for.
Yeah.
I mean, Gypsy, his Goliaths weren't moving or anything. As soon as the Hydra's got in range, they just start shooting. And his armor is already done as well.
So, yeah, he needed to accomplish something more than what he did with those Hydralisks. I mean, really, like we've been saying, it's a real investment to make those many Hydralisks that early. It's so many drones you're missing out on. You have to do something with them. And he really just didn't accomplish anything. I mean, killing a couple Goliaths in a tank, it is what it is, but I'm getting worried for him. This 1-1 timing is just going to be absolutely brutal, and I really don't see how he's going to hold it.
Yeah, I mean, he has 28 drones. He started Lurker Tech, which I don't know if Gypsy has an academy.
That could work. I mean, hold position lurkers. You see how late this academy is. I mean, it's not even done yet. Has it even started? Just started now. Yeah. So, I mean, but lurker aspect takes a long time to make, and then he's gonna have to have enough money to make like a significant number of lurkers that would actually hold off this army.
Yeah,
it's actually gonna be really close. I mean, I think that Gypsy's gonna hit too quickly for this lurker aspect to work.
Honestly, if Lurker Tech got done now and he started lurkers, I still don't really think it matters because Gypsy just has map control. Like he can just, he can just zone out the lurkers.
Yeah.
I mean, he can just go to the third here. There's nothing Galaxy can do.
Yeah, this is gonna be a real miraculous fight if Galaxy's gonna hold. He's taking his engagement here, trying to get Mutos on top of the Goliaths, but I mean, there's just so many Goliaths here. Those two tanks are going to put in so much work before they're even taken out.
Yeah,
Galaxy taking a decent trade,
1-1.
Yeah, that's GG.
Yeah.
Decisive, one-sided opener from the Killer Clowns. The Clown Killer is not living up to their name quite yet.
And that game just goes back to what I was saying. Like, if you're kind of doing like the like you don't, you're kind of like doing so many different things, it just doesn't work. Because like I said, I mean, Gypsy didn't even need the siege there.
Yeah.
With that attack of the natural, I mean, I don't even know why he got an Evo if he was planning on attacking. Maybe he saw something that was like prompted him to attack. I'm not really sure, but
yep, a little bit indecisive from Galaxy for game 1, but game number 2 is about to be underway. It's going to be Machine versus Boa on Ringing Bloom. Have you played any ZVP on this map yet?
I guess you didn't watch the match from a week ago, dude.
Oh, yeah. Were you featured?
Yeah, I played on this map against Just, and he destroyed me with a Zealot timing.
Dude, Just is brutal. That guy's good.
Yeah, no, I know he's a really solid Protoss.
Yeah,
great macro toss, but so I feel like this map, in my opinion, I mean, I'm not the expert, but in my opinion, I feel like it's good and bad for Zerg and Protoss at certain times. So I feel like in the early game, it's good for toss, and they can really cut corners.
Yeah.
And you don't, with the ramp, there in the main or whatever, you don't really have to build too many cannons, and you can get your gateways much earlier typically. So I think that aspect is really good for Protoss, and I think the open third is actually good and bad for both races. But like I said, I think early on that's good for Protoss, and then I think maybe when Zerg gets a 4th base, 5th base, that open third it can actually like hurts Protoss because it's you need more area to there's more area, so it's harder to storm and defend, like compared to like a Fighting Spirit or something like that, or like Sylphid, where it's like you have a ramp and it's really easy to defend the third, and the third actually doesn't have a gas. So, and if Zerg takes another main, then that's another free base for the natural in the back. So I feel like later game this map's good for Zerg, but I think early on it's good for Protoss. So, and I'm pretty sure Boa is a really aggressive player. Yeah. I think he does stuff with like Reaver. early on
I-
against
some of the
certain.
most memorable games from BSL actually were we're gonna be ragging on Jayon again.
I know.
Boa versus Jayon though. Boa is hitting these insane timing attacks with like a Dark Archon, a bunch of Corsairs. He was doing like these really quick DT timings with speed lots and Corsairs, stuff like that. Poor Jayon, man, he was getting just ripped apart. Boa had some miraculous engagements, really. So Machine's going to be on top of have to be on top of his game if he's going to hold off these really sharp timing attacks from Boa. I've been playing with Machine a lot lately. He's been practicing a ton, and he's definitely been improving. So I think he has a shot. But Boa's PVZ is some of the most brutal PVZ that I've been watching lately, and I'm sad that he actually didn't go further in the BSL. He was showing some real promising games, but got smacked up by Dandy and Rough Life.
Yeah, I was actually going to talk about Machine next. My boy,
Yeah.
he's actually a recent winner of the Chobo League.
Oh yes,
BSL.
how could I forget the Chobo
Yeah.
League champ?
Yeah, the
Bo is
Choco
probably
League champ,
quaking in his
baby.
boots right now. He's playing as a BSL champion.
I know. I mean, Bo didn't win no BSL, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So Machine. I mean, I never personally have really talked to Machine. But I know he's a great guy.
Oh,
like
yeah.
he's, I watched like back in StarCraft 2, when like he was on Evil Geniuses, and
Totally.
I'm like, man, this guy's so nice. He's like, I think it was like him and Sheth, chosen.
Yeah.
They're like the two nicest guys in the scene, like ever.
Yeah, I can see it.
And they would always call Machine like Idra, cause they with the beard. And good times, dude. But yeah, Machine. I don't know. I think he's a really solid, just macro Zerg, and like we were
Definitely.
saying, I think Boa is very aggressive, and I think this map is, like I said, I think it's good to be aggressive as Protoss on this map because you can cut corners and you can hit a solid timing like what Just did against me. So I feel like Machine might have trouble here, but I mean, maybe he can show me how it's done, and
Yeah, you could watch and learn. Pick up a thing or two. All right, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm looking forward to this one, man. I've been really enjoying a lot of the games on Ringing Bloom. I've got to say, it's a cool map.
Yeah, so I unvetoed this map to practice against Just, and then after a match, I immediately vetoed it. I said,
Yeah.
"No, I'm done. No more of this."
Yeah.
So there are some like shenanigans you can do with Sunkens at their wall.
I was gonna ask about that actually, yeah, because if Machine's going into this thinking that he might be the underdog here, playing against a player of Bo's caliber, I wonder if he might fall back on something like a Sunken Rush, maybe with a 9 pool or something. I guess I don't know the exact timings on this map, but
yeah, and cross scout. I mean, I think that favors Machine. Not even with the Sunken, but just overall, like I was saying early on.
Timing attacks.
Right. So I think so far, Machine's looking good. I don't know if you want to do introductions or
sure, why not?
Care about that stuff.
We gotta follow in the footsteps of the greats, right? Up in the top right. What color is this even? Good lord. Is that like a? Okay. No, yeah. Let's do yellow versus yellow. Well, whatever. We'll call this olive. No, the other one's olive. This is like a weird bluish gray. Well, regardless, it's Machine.
I have no idea.
And in the bottom left, the olive Protoss. It's Boa. Opening up Gateway Expand, looks like.
Yeah, so Machine isn't doing some sort of early pull like how I did against Just or whatever. So we won't see any Sunken craziness. He's just going 11 hatch. Which 11 hatch is fine against Protoss. With the gate first opening, you get your
lets you get links a little bit quicker, right?
Yeah, it's you have 3 larvae for like a second. Well, at least I do, maybe because my split's bad or something. But yeah, this is a fine opener for Machine. Yeah, there you go. Okay, it's not just me. All right, I just made sure you got 3 larvae. All right, we're good.
All right. So you're missing out on a couple seconds of larva regeneration, but it helps against the gateway opening, and especially since it's going to be cross map.
Yeah,
likely,
I mean, he'll. I think honestly, when Boa sees this with this pro, that you check top left, then you check top right, he'll see. I don't know if he even will send the zealot, to be honest. Maybe he will. I mean, sometimes, as Tim knows, you can just send the Zealot and AFK on it, and you might, with the probe and Zealot, you might get some kills, man.
Sure, yeah. I mean, even
It's
just
so
hiding them
annoying.
behind mineral lines is taxing.
Yeah,
But
so there,
Bo is taking a quick Nexus off this. He's still going to send out the Zealots for now.
Yeah, so he sent the first Zealot out, the second Zealot. Okay, so he is making 3 Zealots. And then, yeah, Machine just doing 3 hatch before gas. Or, 2 hatches. So I wonder when he'll gas. He didn't. Okay, he did gas. All right. So he's not going like 5 hatch before gas or anything like that. He'll probably just. I assume he'll probably just go Spire. I think it's a standard from the Machine so far. His probe's still alive. I don't know how many lanes he made. He's probably made 4. Yeah, it's 4 lanes. Okay. 6 on the way. Making 1 at his natural too. So yeah, he'll be fine. I mean, Bo knows what's up. He knows he saw the gas timing with this probe. So he's sending the 3rd Zealot over. Hopefully Machine doesn't... Oh, he's actually sending the Zealot... Okay, no, he's sending it back. Hopefully Machine... This is kind of like the tricky part, though. Like, you're like, well, I mean, do I keep making lanes? Like, you have to keep making lanes, right? And then while this is happening, Bo is making probes, and you're not making drones. And, and it's kind of unfortunate for Machine in a way that it's crossed, just for the reason where it's like you can't scout with an Overlord.
But he's
like,
catching the Zealots here.
Yeah,
I feel like
really
those were good trades for Machine.
That was really, really, really good. Yeah, I mean, if Boa sends, okay, yeah, he sent the Zealot back. He actually might get this Zealot, but that was really good for Machine actually.
And now Machine can just go back to its pure drones. Although if this Zealot sneaks out and then comes back a little bit later, could deal some more damage.
Yeah.
And a bunch of slowlings most likely aren't going to do anything. Boa is most likely going to be prepared by the time those links get over here. He's starting a cannon now. Zealot's coming out.
All Boa really did there is he did some, he dealt some damage with the hatchery and forced some lanes, but it doesn't look like Machine overmade lanes, which is really important. Like I was saying, like you might, maybe if there's a Zealot sneaking in, like you're saying.
Yeah, this is what I was worried about.
So this hurts a lot. Oh, he doesn't notice. Okay, he loses 1 drone. Yeah, sending that Zealot to the right side of the map is so sick. That's really good. That's what I kind of hate sending my Zerglings across the map for that reason. I mean, it's like you can't really get any damage done typically, but he has 4 lanes queued up. I mean, he just has more lanes when he needs right now, which that's 2 less drones, of course. But yeah, I mean, so you can actually if Bo really wanted to be annoying, he actually could send another like Zealot out in some weird spot and just do it again if he keeps his Zerglings back this time. I'm not sure, but yeah, so it's gonna be Spire.
The Machine is throwing down the Spire right in front of the Zealot. He does not care, so Bo's gonna know what's up.
Yeah,
gonna know to keep pumping out Corsairs.
Yeah, he knows it won't be like some sort of like weird drop or anything like that, like a fast drop or something like that. Okay, so his Machine is sending the lanes across, but Bo doesn't have any stray Zealots this time. So yeah, I mean, so far I would maybe give the edge to Boa a little bit, but I mean, Machine's drone count's not too bad. They're even on workers, so that's pretty good. Oh, he's actually his Machine. Oh, okay, I thought he was thinking an early 4th. So yeah, there's the 4th hatch. He'll probably just go 5 hatch. Then he'll probably just make Scourge. I don't think he's gonna make Muta with the Fire here. He'll just make Scourge, I think.
Catching quite a few Overlords, actually.
Yeah, he actually will kill. He actually might kill. Bo might kill the other Overlord if he finds it at kind of like.
I'm pretty sure he saw it with his Corsair when he flew straight to the main. So if he has it accounted for, he's gonna get a 3rd.
Yeah, losing 3 Overlords.
This is way too many.
This is what happened to me, man. Oh, that stair is on the path to it. Yeah. So he built 3 stairs so far. Yeah. Right when this is so annoying. As a Zerg, it's like you're just spamming S. Like S. You're just
he
trying
can't
to
even get a Scourge out. He's been supply blocked since the Spire's been finished. Oh no, that's not true. He has 1 set of Scourge coming out. He
snuck a few out in between Overlords dying, but yeah, that's a pretty big setback for Machine. June actually told me he was June helped me a lot. He was like, if they're cross position, don't even send your Overlords, and I guess this is the reason why. I mean, he just lost both Overlords. Yeah, he got some scouting, but I think it's not worth it to lose 2 Overlords.
Yeah, now Boa can kind of just sit back and regather himself if he wants to go for a quick. I mean, that Zealot speed is done pretty quickly. Looks like he might want to move out on the map soon.
Yeah, I mean, so he has 2 gates. I don't know what's that building at the above his Tim, what's
Mineral
above
lines.
or next to his gas? What's that? Okay, that's Templar Archives. So here comes the Zealot attack. +1 should be done by now. Let's see, machines building sunks. I don't know. I mean, as we said, this third is so open. These are kind of like panic stunks in a way, like the one in front there. That I mean, but
They
he's
seem
trying
a little bit late.
He's trying to defend the top hatch too.
The Zealots are already here. I mean, there's not enough to deal with this after this, and it's not even just the Zealots that are the issue, but we're losing Overlords to these Corsairs for sure.
Even if these Zealots could just all die, as long as he's killing Overlords, he's still doing damage. But he's doing both. He's doing damage with the Zealots and the Thayers.
But here's a chance for some Scourge to catch the Corsairs.
He's gonna run
5 Corsairs can deal with Scourge pretty quickly, but
Machine, he held that.
2 kills.
Yeah, all the Zealots AFK. But Machine actually held that pretty well, but well, it's still okay. What is this? A couple of Zealots.
Yeah, we're down to 29 supply.
But Machine's supply block again.
Oh, and this Zealot's in the main still. The multitasker bow is pretty nuts.
Yeah, just this whole game, Machine's like once Sarah's around on the map, he's just been supply blocked. It's like you just can't get into a rhythm when you just keep getting supply blocked. It's just like it just snowballs. You know, like you just can't. You can't drone, like you're trying to build Overlords with your larva. It's just like wasted larva, wasted money. You can't do anything you want to do. So Bo's doing a great job. Yeah, he just keeps killing these Overlords, man. He's still supply blocked. And the whole time Bo is just, I'm sure he's just going like Mascade here. Yeah. So
yeah, his macro follow-up. I mean, like the whole time he was microing the whole fight, the whole engagement, splitting off Zealots to the main base mineral line, and his minerals still weren't like peaking very high. He was getting those gateways down on time. Here comes a Zealot follow-up. If we can clear out some Overlords with the Corsairs. Actually, nice position.
Yeah, that was good. Good target.
Gets denied.
Yeah, he smelt that. But still, I mean, like we were saying, it's like, yeah, the DT it's just like a bonus, you know? Like if you kill drones, that's great. Oh, he's actually doing well. All right, he's doing
2
well.
Corsairs.
Yeah, that was really good for Machine there. I mean, if you can just deal with this Sarah threat, and maybe, you know, his drone counts, it's not the worst.
Yeah.
It's decent enough, but I'm just afraid of this follow-up attack.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty brutal.
I think Bo only has 1 forge here, but he's working on, I think, +2 weapons. He's probably 1. He might be 1. Oh, he's okay. So he's just 1 attack. Okay, that's armor. All right. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what Machine's follow-up is here. I have no idea if he has Lurker Tech on the way, if he just wants to go like Hydra, and then maybe use Muta to snipe the High Templar, because since he killed the stairs. I mean, that could work. Doesn't look like Boa is making more stairs. So I think he's done with, I think he has like 3 or 4.
So yeah, Muta Switch might be able to do something. It's a pretty Zealot heavy army. If he's able to snipe the Templars before storms go down, he could make something work for sure.
Right. I don't know. I'm just afraid of this like mass Hydra. And he doesn't even have like a, yeah, his +1 missiles almost done. Oh, that was good. Okay,
2 more.
2 stairs. That's so even more of a reason to go Muta, I think.
Yeah, we've killed 6 Corsairs up to this point. So either Bo is going to have to commit to remaking them, or he's going to be only on 3. Which is not enough to deal with a big Muta switch.
Oh.
Nice. Really nice positioning from Machine, fighting right above that little, I don't know what you call that.
Yeah, that was nifty, yeah. But now he's going to be pinning his base, but he does have these, I'm pretty sure he has a few Sunkens back here to help with that.
Another Corsair goes down. He's been on top of it with these.
Yeah.
Another one.
Wow.
See a Corsair, and now I feel like a Muta switch is going to be really effective. Oh, big storms though. Oh my god. Oh, complete disaster storm.
That's how you commentate a CVP. you just, the storms.
And another
and all
one.
the drones.
All the drones. Nah, that was just a complete disaster. The opposite of what Machine needed. He had a chance there, I felt. Maybe with the Muta switch or something, but...
It's rough because it's like he was trying to use his Hydras to snipe the High Templar, and then he just stopped paying attention to the Hydras up top. It's just hard to pay attention to everything.
It's 2 screens that you have to pay attention to at the same time. Trying to multitask and micro on 2 screens at once is pretty much... I mean, you have to be a god to do that, so...
Right. I mean, he did a great job, like you said, killing those stairs, but I just feel like the story of this game is just... the initial 3 Overlords that he lost, I think just, like I said, it just messed up his flow. He couldn't get the drones he wanted to get. I don't know. He was just the whole game. He was just trying to build overlords and couldn't get all the hydras he wanted. He actually had a decent army, but like you said, it's just the engagement didn't go well. I don't know. He needed like a perfect engagement to even have a chance, I think.
But unfortunately, the opposite happened. Boa got one of those miracle engages.
Yeah,
Corsairs flying everywhere.
Gotta click T, man. Yeah, I mean, I definitely think. I think at the highest level, like you see pro Zergs just like dodge Storm, like, and it's like
It looks
Storm's
effortless.
yeah, Storm's like a joke. It's like I feel like that's why at the highest level is EVP, and there's a good game. But yeah, so great job for Boa. Just like you said, he's just so aggressive. You know, that's kind of his trademark, man. And like I said, that map, I said it like a million times, but that map being aggressive, you can cut corners. He didn't have that many cannons. Because you don't really need that many cannons, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I just think the highest level Zergs, I feel like ZVP, in my opinion, why it's like Zerg favored is just because. So like Toss is so reliant on Storm, and if the Storm doesn't do anything, then you know it's not that good.
Yeah.
But like if you're not like I'm not saying Machine's bad. You know, obviously I would get destroyed just as much as he did there.
Yeah.
I just like not even him and me, but like so many Zergs, like even like True Touch and all those guys, like the highest foreigner Zergs or whatever. Like if you get caught in a couple storms, it's just like, okay, well that storm just either damaged like 10 hydras or killed 10 hydras or whatever, and it's like that's just so effective.
Definitely. But good work to Machine. Putting up a good fight against one of the scariest PvZs in North America for sure. And definitely one of the top players from the opposing team. And it looks like up next we're going to have the 2v2. It's going to be Raz and Machine versus Jiraiya and Galaxy. Played on Python, of course. One of our 2v2 maps. And not only are you getting a 2v2 of the highest quality, but you're getting a 2v2 cast of the highest quality because you have two casters who've never played 2v2 before.
Dude, I was hoping you would make the joke.
Yeah, someone's got to put it out there because there's gonna be like 3 people in chat that have been playing 2v2s on Icy Cup since 1994, and they're gonna be like, actually, the Zerg Terran opener optional opener optimal. They're gonna type it exactly like that too. I'm just looking forward to it.
Pushing up their glasses.
Actually, yeah. So if you're coming like that in chat, just let me know. I'm gonna be in chat moderating. I'm ready to delete your comment whenever it's get put in there. So
delete.
I'm ready. I'm ready for you, TV2 players. But not only am I ready, but we are ready. We're about to get into this game on Python. This used to be a map that people played a lot, right?
Yeah.
Before my time.
There's actually this is like this was a 1v1 map, or whatever. But yeah, now it's kind of more played for 2v2. But I mean, this is a really, really old map. There's actually a vote, like in you filled up the form too. Like all of us had to fill out the form, like what map we would want for 2. I forgot the name of the other one, but I actually voted the other map because I was like, man, I'm so sick of Python. But
was it Iron Curtain or something? Or is that the Nation Wars map?
It was. I don't know. I don't remember the name, but I remember it looking kind of cool. It was like half of the map was like it was like a semi-island or
Iron Curtain then.
Yeah, I think it was like a desert tile.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean it looked like really frustrating to play, but I was like, this seems more interesting than Python. But I'm sure Python just got picked because everyone knows Python. So
you say that.
But I'm not a 2v2 player, so I'm sure like the 2v2 like the actual 2v2 players might hate that map, Minecraft.
Yeah, I was privy to Raz and Machine preparing for this match. They had a little kind of rush strategy planned out, if I'm recalling correctly. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that turns out. I know Machine in particular has some opinions on 2v2. I was talking to him about 2v2 as he was preparing for this. I'm like, are you a 2v2 player? I don't think I've ever seen you play 2v2. And he had some things to say about 2v2 players. The gist of it was that they're basically just failed 1v1 players. If I'm gonna quote him, I think that was the exact words he used.
Whoa.
So he's coming into this domain of 2v2, flexing his muscles, showing people how it's done.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's like showing him what's up, man. All
Yeah.
right. Jeez, Machine, I thought you were a nice guy.
He said
man.
that anyone coming from 1v1 could just come over and smash 2v2, no problem. Easy peasy. So, if he loses this, it's going to be quite embarrassing. Hopefully he doesn't.
Yeah, man. I mean, I was really hoping that the... I mean, I guess we can't see because Tim just made it reverse blue. But I was really hoping that the Killer Clowns would, like... One of them would pick, like, red, and the other one would pick, like, white. You know, because they're like a clown, and like maybe the other team can have like black and brown. Cause they're like,
it's very boring colors, kind of some washed out pastels.
They didn't think into it as much as me.
No. They should really be consulting you.
I mean, honestly. All right,
but
so let's recap here.
2-gate from Raz, straight up Zealots, and it looks like pool first with some gas, maybe some early layer. So. Yeah, like I said, they're getting a little bit aggressive on the early game here. They might be trying to focus both their forces on just one of the players. We have a Wallen from Terran, so it looks like they're going to go after the Zerg player. And it looks like he's going to be kind of screwed. I mean, he's just got a couple lings. He's going to be matching the lings from Machine, but there's going to be assistance from the Zealots from Raz.
Man, it's just like 2v2 hurts my head. There's so much to look at.
Oh, nice gas steal from
gas
Jiraiya.
steal. Yeah.
I like this quite a bit. So it looks like it's going to be on Jiraiya to carry this a little bit. I'm worried once this first Zealot gets here, they're going to try and bust up this ramp, and I don't know how the Zerg player is going to hold this off. Galaxy scrambling to hold this.
That drone's actually doing insane work.
Yeah, the Zealot's getting trapped, drone's drilling on top of it, but the DPS from the Zealot's pretty overwhelming, and more Zealots and Lings coming in. No Sunkens, it's just going to be pure Lings off 2 hatches.
Yeah, Galaxy's in trouble here for sure.
Yeah. 3 Zealots now. I mean, these Zealots can straight up fight every Ling that Galaxy has, no problem. Pulling all the drones now, he's going to have to get a miraculous drill. As long as the red team just avoids this drill. Doesn't really. The drill gets right in the middle of all the Lings, but I still think it's just an overwhelming number of Lings and Zealots. And now it's going to be all on Jiraiya to bring this game back. Spire already halfway done, though, and his teammate on almost no drones at this point. 3 now, 4 now, soon to be none.
Well, what's Jiraiya doing? Like, is he...
He went for early gas, so... yeah, it's going to be 2-port, I guess. Okay. It makes sense. He's going to have to deal with the Spire somehow. He must know it's coming.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know much about 2v2, but if you can take out one of these guys, it can be a one-on-one.
Well, that's true.
I mean, the Protoss is going. You know, he has Forage and let's Raz, my boy Raz.
And we got a Vulture, and this Vulture could presumably just kite till the end of time. But I mean, Galaxy doesn't have enough minerals to make a drone. He has 2 drones somewhere hidden, I guess.
I think Raz just needs to not die here. I think he's just gonna build cannons in his main. As you know, raids against cannons like is a joke. I think if he just builds cannons in his main, or will Machine have? Okay, so he'll have Muta on time.
Yeah, there's cannons that Machine's natural too, so Machine can take an expansion here. Wraith's headed straight to Machine's main base, but I mean these Mutas are gonna pop, and I don't think there's cloak ready. So Wraiths are gonna have to get out of dodge.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess Raz doesn't even need cannons in this, man. I mean, the Mutas are just deal with the Wraith, yeah.
So I'm struggling to see win conditions for the blue team at this point. Galaxy literally has 0 drones, not enough minerals to make another drone, so he's out of the game at this point. It's going to be up to Jiraiya, and he's just going to tap out. So luckily for the casters, just a short 2v2. And the
Thank
Killer
God.
Clowns.
No, that was honestly, I think so. If Galaxy just got sunks up in time, I mean, they attacked at a perfect time before that hatchery finished at the ramp. I think if that hatchery finishes and he gets a sunk, then it's like easy hold, right?
Sure, for sure.
But yeah.
But yeah, the timing attack I was speaking of worked out. No problem.
Yeah, I mean, 2-gate early pull against the Zerg. I mean, yeah.
This is 2v2, baby. These are the strategies we're talking about.
Machine helped.
Yeah,
right?
Machine was right. He was really right.
Word.
He just came down to the domain of 2v2 and slaughtered them, took their throne.
Yeah, I think Hatchery Cakes, what's up, man? Yeah, he's asking if that was 12 hatch in the main. I'm pretty sure it is. That was a 12 hatch from Galaxy. So yeah,
Yeah.
maybe if it was an earlier hatch, maybe could finish in time and he could have got a sunk up, could have gotten a sunk up, but I don't know, man. All right, so who do we got next here?
Next up is Raz vs Dragon on Eclipse.
Oh,
So another PvZ
dude.
on Eclipse. I've seen quite a few PvZs on Eclipse. This map is super. I think this is one of the best new maps that we've had recently. It's a 2v2, or sorry, it's a 1v1 map, but it doesn't kind of have the same usual downfalls of 1v1 maps in my experience, especially for Terran. It kind of seems a little bit more balanced in all those regards. Yeah, I've really been enjoying this map.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, as pretty much everyone knows in the NA scene, Dragon plays Zerg against Protoss. Yeah, I mean, his Zerg and his Protoss are both really, really good. And then Raz, actually a pretty good friend of mine. He's a nice guy. I watch his stream every now and then. He's a great Protoss.
Yeah.
Actually with the captain, the actual captain.
The captain by title only.
Oh man. Poor Raz. No, Raz is cool. I never personally spoken to Dragon, but yeah, I mean, I know there's really only one thing I've watched of Dragon with this like personal life or whatever. I think he like went to Korea and I watched a video of him like he was talking with Larva and another pro and they were like teaching him stuff. So
Really?
Yeah, so maybe when he went to Korea, I don't know, he like came back Super Saiyan or something. That was a while ago though. I think that was about a year or so ago, but
yeah. It's Dragon's definitely a solid player. I haven't had a chance to play with him at all, but he's definitely one of the players that I knew from day one, just from hearing about it from other players. He's always mentioned in a good light when it comes to the NA scene. And yeah, Raz, definitely a really solid player, actually. He was the only player to take a game off of Dragon in the Captain's King of the Hill. So these players do have some experience playing against each other. Yeah. And Raz has taken that game off him. So it looks like it could be a really even good matchup, especially on Eclipse. I love watching ZVP on this map in particular. It seems to like just get some really exciting games. I've watched a bunch of like real long 30-40 minute games on this map, split map scenarios.
Yeah, like you were saying. Yeah, I mean, I like this. This is actually my favorite map in the pool, or one of my favorite maps ever, to be honest. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of the top left having two gases. I mean, as a Zerg, I love that.
But yeah, you would.
But it's also like kind of hard to hold, So I don't know. It's a neat idea, like how you can like take top left, not even the very top left base, but the top left area. If you just hold like both ramps, because like the water is separating, like you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to talking about. But like, yeah,
it is a little weird. It is a funky map like that. Some strange layouts, but I really do like it quite a bit. And looks like we're about to get into it. So we got Dragon vs Raz on Eclipse.
Did you have you ever had Dragon coach you in CPL? Yeah, I know he's pretty active in CPL.
No, my coaching experience, getting coached, were from some more illustrious figures in the scene, like Jealous and Flash for the Win. Those are my coaches bringing me up in the game. Never got coached from Dragon.
Okay, so here I'll do the introduction for Dragon.
Yeah, go for it.
Here we have, in the bottom left-hand corner, your captain for the Clown Killers. We have Dragon.
Damn, dude. I don't know if I can follow that up. That was fierce.
Thanks, dude.
But I'll try my best.
All right.
Up in the top right.
Come on, Raz is a cool dude. Come on.
The red Protoss from the Killahs, the real team captain. Don't let anyone get it twisted. It's Raz.
He's a real one. Oh,
yeah, he gets some zoom-ins for sure.
Let's go, Tim.
We get some zoom-ins on that one.
ASL, baby. We got the dream team here, God Squad.
Yeah. Shouts out to Tim from the observatory. Doing a good job tonight.
The man in the observatory, spinning around.
Yeah.
All right, so we just have so he's not sending the probe out, so that's typically gate expand. Yeah, gate expand. Okay. Dragon is going 9 pull. Okay. All right, so Dragon.
It looks like it was overpull.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Was overpull indeed. That was a test. Good job, Father. You passed.
Nice.
CVP God right here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hell yeah.
so yeah, all right. So this is this would be pretty similar to the machine game. I know machine went 11 hatch, but once again, like the lanes, he'll definitely have lanes in time for this zealot. I'm curious how Dragon, like what he'll do with the lanes. Like if he'll run past the initial zealot and then keep making lanes. Like I
Mhm.
want to see how aggressive he'll actually be. He's saving up. Okay, so he's saving up the larva. He's gonna have 6 lanes, and I like that he took this third instead of his natural, because he was just like, I'm not even dealing with this freaking probe, man. Like, you know, because they'll just pylon block you.
Sure,
So
yeah.
he just skipped that nonsense and ran right to the third. Like he didn't.
No,
even,
I
like,
appreciate
bother.
that. Decisive moves like that are really strong. People spend too much time waffling, trying to figure out what the optimal decision is. And even though it's not ideal to take your third as your second base, just the split-second decision to do that is really going to help him out. He's only going to have to make a couple links for now. He's not going to have to deal with a pylon block or whatever.
Yeah, so he is just going economical. Okay, so I mean, Dragon, both these guys, in my opinion, are heavy macro players. So
Yeah.
I guess I'm not surprised seeing him. I wasn't sure. But yeah, he's definitely just built the 2 drones, the 2 lanes, and then he'll build, you know, more lanes here for the Zealot Pro. But yeah, so I hope this goes into like a later game. I feel like most of the games we had were pretty short. So the Zealot
nice
and Probe,
surround.
yeah, the Zealot and Probe do one shot a Zergling. So yeah, targeting that Probe down was pretty important, to be honest.
Yeah, he's actually going to lose his first zealot, just getting a couple lings off it. So definitely the initial trade's going well for Dragon, but this is usually how it goes, more or less, with this Gateway Expand. And it's kind of the follow-up zealots that get to test really how good the Zerg is. If they're going to overcommit to making Zerglings, or if they maybe undercommit to it and get caught off guard with like a stray zealot. But for now, he's going to get driven back. I like sweeping through this bottom lane to try and catch, like we saw last game, or with the machine versus Boa game. There's stray zealots kind of all over the map. Dragon's being really careful not to miss out on any zealots like that. He doesn't want to lose stray drones like Machine was in that game before.
Unlike that game, since you know it's a 2-player map, Dragon obviously knows where he's at, so he can just get a zealot count with the overlord at Raz Natural. Unlike Machine, where it's cross. And
yeah, that's true.
by the time the overlords even got there, like he had like 3 or 4 zealots held. So, but okay, so I wonder what he's gonna do with this 100 gas. He has 1 drone mining, so okay, so he's getting Zergling speed. Okay, so I wonder if he'll add on 2 more hatcheries, and then get layer maybe. I'm not really sure yet. I mean, he has the money for it. I mean, I know he's not just gonna ling all in. That's not his style.
He's also a little bit out of position, but loses a ling for the troubles. Doesn't go for the run by. It's a little bit surprising. I feel like he would have gotten in the main base no problem. But getting zoned out now by the zealots.
I think I don't know. Going into the main is I think Dragon probably just feels comfortable just droning.
Sure.
And like, you know, just taking it to like the middle game. So you know, once you send those lanes in, it's like, well, I mean, he could come back or he can keep committing, and then you know, it depends. I guess it depends on what Raz wants to do, if he wanted to block that off or not. But so his lane speed's about to be done. I don't know, So going up this ramp here, these are all drones, I think, out of these eggs.
Yeah, 5 zealots is pretty scary to deal with.
Okay, good. That's really good for Dragon.
But these Zerglings are totally cornered.
Yeah, they're in a weird spot.
Really bad position.
I mean, since speed is done already, he'll be fine with this.
Oh yeah, full surround. Plus we're getting drilling.
Yeah, that was actually a great trade for Dragon for sure.
Yeah, definitely a little bit overcommitted from Raz.
He can just drone now.
Yep.
The Zealot will get into the natural, kind of like the bow and machine game, but okay, he's not even gonna go with the drone die. Yeah.
And it's gonna die for free.
So I think Dragon did go 5 hatch before lair. Yeah, he has 2 at his third and 2 at his natural. So now he'll probably get lair. Yeah, there we go. So honestly, this position for Raz is really scary.
Yeah.
Because that Zealot was at the natural, but I mean, Raz has no idea. There could be a Hydralisk den in the main.
He has no tech. His Citadel is halfway done. Does he even have his Stargate started at this point?
Yeah, he
just now.
started it.
So I mean, he's not gonna have any scouting information for such a long time. Dragon could literally do anything that he wants behind this.
Yeah, like I said, he has free reign. I mean, there's no way for Raz to see what's going on until that Sarah is done. And like I mean, he did see the hatchery at the natural. So I mean, it won't be like a 973 or whatever, obviously, because all the lanes. But he definitely the Hydra threat. I mean, we know that he's not going Hydras, but Raz has absolutely no idea until that Sarah's out.
Yeah.
So I don't know. He might build more cannons, or he can be risky and not build cannons and just cut corners and
yeah. I mean, he has to be decisive with it. When you're in this disadvantageous position, you can't play the whole field, especially with no scouting information. So it looks like for now he's just going to skimp out on cannons, go for like a speed lot timing attack, and then use that to get a little more information. Maybe he can make a more informed decision after that push. But yeah, he's going real skimpy on the defense.
Yeah, the whole reason that Dragon's in this position is because he got lane speed. I feel like if he didn't get lane speed, those 5 zealots I actually think would have done a lot more damage.
Yeah.
Because the reinforcing Zerglings came up just in time. So that was definitely a wise decision for Dragon going speed there. So okay, this Sarah is just gonna ignore all the overlords and go straight to his main to see what's going on, and then we'll see how Raz wants to respond. But I mean, when a Zerg has as many drones as you do, 8 minutes in, that's
not a
scary,
good sign.
man. Yeah, that's not good for Protoss. I mean, look how many Hydras he has already, and it's not like he's not making drones.
It's not like this is some all-in bust move. I mean, that'd still be a lot of Hydralisks.
Yeah, no gas the third, so that's actually really good for Dragon. Some Zergs take that gas really early, and it just really messes up their economy. So him not taking that is, that's good. So honestly, I think he'll just probably break down the wall because there's nothing Raz can do about this. He just started a cannon. That cannon's almost dead. But yeah, he'll definitely kill this gate in this forge. And there's a DT coming out, but okay,
that DT is not coming out.
Yeah, but there's an overlord there anyway, so that's actually that was probably better for us to not try to get that out. Yeah, it wouldn't have gone out anyway, like you said. But
he's gonna come bust down these cannons. One down just for a couple Hydras, not a bad trade. I mean, that just puts immense pressure on Raz right now. He has to be feeling it. Building a ton of cannons. Gonna lose his forge too.
Yeah, this is hard. This is tough for Raz. I mean, I'm pretty sure Storm is maybe like halfway down. There's no way Storm's done yet. But it might be close actually. Okay, yeah.
Almost.
But he'll have what?
He'll have that high ground. Oh man.
I mean, if Storm can get done, there's a chance. There's a chance.
This is actually just the godliest timing, hitting right before Storm happens, but Storm's gonna come out any second now.
Yeah,
oh, you have to be so careful.
Dragon knows, man. He's being really cautious.
Playing with fire.
Wow, good hold by Rez, actually.
Yeah, but he had to put down so many cannons for that, and I mean, his gateway count it's okay, but it's not immense. I just don't see how he's gonna be able to bust out from this situation. I mean, there's just so many Hydralisks, and he's going for lurkers now.
Yeah, I mean, if Raz keeps boating, how many gateways does he have in his main?
Looks like 5.
5? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess
it's hard to bust out with that many. And if he lets lurkers get up, I mean, I just don't see how he's gonna bust out of that. 4th base coming down now from Dragons, so I mean, like we've been saying, he's in a spectacular macro position, even if this contained gets busted at some point.
Yeah, he built even more drones. I mean, yeah, it's just Raz can't break out. If he builds a shuttle to like do some zealot drop, then his observers are a bit later. And
Dragon has full vision range around the base of Raz, so he's gonna be keenly aware of anything that comes out.
Yeah. I mean, I think as a Protoss here, I don't know. I think you just gotta add more. Yeah, that's what he's doing. You just gotta add on more gates and then just go for it, man. Like, you gotta get goon range. There you go. He's getting some goons. I think he just has +1 weapons. Oh, Sarah almost died. Man. And Dragon's taking a 4th behind this.
Yeah.
So he could probably just build, like, when that hatchery's almost done, if he just builds like 12 drones, I almost feel like that's like the nail in the coffin. If he just builds drones and then mines that base, because it's like his economy, it's 4 base against 2 base. It's
gonna be pretty unreal.
I mean, look at the supply. They're dead even, or they were before the Hydra
And
died.
lurker aspect's almost done. So if Raz doesn't bust out before these lurkers are done, I mean, it's pretty much. It's going to be one bust, and that's it. If he can make it work, and then he can kind of snowball that advantage, maybe he can make something work. He's getting a shuttle now, so...
This is like the equivalent... I know since you're a Terran player, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That shuttle is basically the equivalent of like a double dropship against a Zerg that just got the filers, and like they're like pinning you at your natural.
Yeah.
Like
totally.
that's like a Hail Mary play. It's not, maybe this isn't as extreme because it's only like going to be 4 zealots, but it's kind of the same idea. Like if this shuttle doesn't do anything, then, and like you said, he has overlords surrounding him. Oh man, so he's just gonna snipe some High Templar. That Storm, I don't, maybe, okay.
It got one lurker, so a goon could snipe that, but I mean, losing a goon for free is just, you can't be taking these kinds of losses right now.
I mean, just look how tiny this area is too. Like,
yeah, the choke on Eclipse here is so brutal. I've seen so many pro games end up like this with just the lurker contained. One Templar drop is going to have to make miracles work if Raz is going to get back in this game.
He flew right over the hatchery too.
He doesn't give a damn.
Yeah, so that's, everything's just going wrong for Raz. I mean, I assume Dragon saw that. He does have the observer out. He was getting observer speed, I think. Is that what that Tim was showing that earlier? Actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was
solid
a good pull.
Drones.
Yeah, you got, I think, got 3. Yeah.
But more goons going down for Raz. That's just not acceptable. Those goons are so necessary to break out of this lurker contain.
Yeah, it's just so, I mean, you know how goons, they're so derpy.
Yeah,
it's so awkward to like try to break out of this. And, like,
looks like Raz was going for his move now, trying to advance forward with some goons to snipe these lurkers before the zealots get in. But I mean, look at this number.
Oh, he gets the observer. He has another observer though. Maybe maybe that sight might be sight ranging on actually. Okay.
And now goons are just fighting against Hydras straight up. It's not a fight that you're really going to be able to win. I mean, the numbers of Hydras are so immense.
The Storms are decent. Oh, he kills another observer though.
Yeah, and really the Hydras are expendable. It's the lurkers that are the issue here.
Right, and he's spending his gas on more observers too. You know, he needs as many High Templar goons as he can get. So if you're spending gas on observers, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't really know what Raz can do here. I mean, that shuttle has that 1 High Templar in it. Dragon obviously knows about it. It actually might get sniped by these Hydras in the middle of the map. Yeah, he saw it, yeah. Everything's going
that
wrong,
might be the signal to tap out for Raz. Maybe go for one more attack. It looks like he's going to try and make one last attack work. Zealot's streaming in, but getting absolutely eviscerated by the lurker spines. He's making some advancement, but I mean, these Zealots are about to all pop. And then it's just goons against Hydra Lurker, and we all know how that turns out.
Yeah, this just shows you like how crucial the early game is.
Totally. It was really just a snowball effect. The fact that Dragon was able to get those extra couple rounds of drones out just meant that he could go non-stop Hydra Lurker for the last 5 minutes of that game. And GG from Raz.
Yeah, great game. Yeah, that was really well played.
Yeah, well played by both players. And now it's going to come down to the final match. Game 5. Red Duck versus Jiraiya on Polypoid. This is going to be the ace match between Killer Clowns and the Clown Killers. The reputation of both of these teams is now on the line.
This is awesome.
These final players. Yeah.
This is a lot different than the week 1. That was like no, yeah.
Yeah. That was a like, rough one.
We knew who was going to win after, what, I guess 3 games? Yeah. Or 4 games, I guess. All right. Let's do it. So,
yeah,
is Red Duck and are they brothers? Him and Boa.
Red Duck and Boa are, yes. So
they're actual brothers. Okay, that's
the
really
teams. Cool. The teams were tearing these families apart. Brother against brother, pitted against one another.
Oh yeah, I guess so. I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I think Machine actually consulted Red Duck for some replays from Boa. I think Red Duck like snuck in the middle of the night onto Boa's PC and like stole his autosave his rep folder. Gave it to Machine.
Are you actually being serious? Because that's
I don't know.
Funny.
I mean, these are just rumors. This is just a little bird told me. I don't know.
Oh my god, dude! That's
you hear things. You know how it is.
Yeah. These are the next brothers, man. There is Day 9 and Tasteless. This is the up and coming. Bo is gonna be like Day 9 or Red Dog, man. They're gonna become gangsters.
Red Duck is really scary. His Terran's solid, but people don't know about his Protoss. His Protoss is actually insane. It might even be better than his Terran. He might have to power cap himself by playing Terran.
I actually saw on Crossy's stream like a week ago. Red Duck was playing Protoss. He was doing pretty well against Crossy.
Yeah, he's really good.
I think I watched a few games. He definitely beat Cross a few times. Yeah.
Yeah. But TVZ on Polypoid looks like we're about to get into things here.
Yeah.
Red Duck versus Jiraiya. This is gonna be a sick game. Red Duck's really strong in his TVC. We saw him play. He did a Rogues Gallery event play against Hawk. He didn't win, but he showed promise. He showed some really good games, and Hawk has a really strong CVT as well. So definitely not a career-ending loss, so to speak.
No.
But getting into this game, we got Jiraiya in the top right as the red Zerg, and in the bottom left we have Red Duck. So it's all come down to this, the ace match between the two clown-themed teams.
Well, I'll ask you, Father. What do you think of this map, ZVT?
This map is really, it's pretty good. I actually like it. I don't think there's too much of a favor one side or another. The mineral-only bases are kind of cool. They are nice for Terran to take kind of just on the way attacking Zerg, but it's also pretty easy for Ling run-bys to hit it. Ling Lurker run-bys and stuff. Also, there's all those high ground ridges in the middle of the map. And if for a while Zerg was doing like 2-hatch Spire, 2-hatch Muta, and 2 +1 armored Lurkers, and they would just sit like 7 Lurkers on top of that ramp. And even if you're coming up there with a siege tank poking at them, I mean, 50% of their shots are missing, and +1 Carapace Lurkers are beefy, so it would just keep delaying your push forever and forever until Defilers were ready. So, yeah, those high grounds quite difficult to deal with Lurkers and Mutas. Mutas on the high ground there, where Marines can't spot them, is pretty difficult. But I also do know that Red Duck likes to play gas openings. Sometimes he goes 1-1-1 or mech, so I wouldn't be surprised if we saw mech or 1-1-1 from Red Duck as well. But you can really play whatever style you want on this map. I mostly just go SK Terran.
Dude, I hope this map becomes like, you know how everyone like on custom games just plays like Fighting Spirit? I wish this map just took that over, because like I know you weren't around at the time, but like Lost Temple was like the original, like everyone played that map, and then it was the map called Luna, and then there was that Python map, and then Fighting Spirit. And I hope this just becomes like the norm, because I feel like this map is like a million times better than Fighting Spirit. I hate maps that like the third is so easy to defend. And this map, since there's like, I mean, I guess it's kind of similar to Fighting Spirit, but I don't know, it just seems like
it's definitely not as easy. I mean,
it's like similar enough that I think people would like, this would be like a normal, like, like the noobs or whatever would like, oh yeah, this map's pretty good. But it's definitely like better, I think. It's more modern.
For sure. There's no crazy mineral patches that send your SCVs flying when they try and mine them, like there are on Fighting Spirit and Circuit Breaker.
Right. And I know there's, as you know, like bottom left position of Fighting Spirit, it's like hard against Zerg with the
total
turret.
Nightmare.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think this map has too much of that. Is there any position that's like you hate getting?
The top left position's a little bit annoying, just because I feel like that cliff is really oppressive on where you want to place your minerals and stuff. But it's definitely not nearly as bad as those positions on Fighting Spirit, or even like 12 o'clock on Neo Sylphid.
Yeah. So he's taking this base for a start. Okay. Actually, I see a lot of Zergs taking this base on this map.
Yeah. I don't like it. As a Terran player, I feel a lot more comfortable having the third be here rather than like at another natural or main base. Because the issue with when Zerg takes natural expansions, it's so hard for you to find it. If they're opening mutas, it's really hard for you to get like a scouting SCV on the map, so you have to get lucky with a scan. So I struggle against that a lot. And this third base, there's 2 ramps to the high ground, so it is possible for you to bust it, even if there are lurkers there. Kind of just find the lucky side, scan ahead of time.
I mean, I'm pretty sure when a Zerg just takes this base, I feel like it's just scream, like if Red Duck finds it, I think it's just screaming like Muta, right? Because like you said, like, I mean, you can get lurkers on the ramp, but it's, like you were saying, like you have to defend both ramps, and then you have to defend your natural. So I think it's almost like a tell. Like I mean, pretty much everyone goes Muta anyway, I guess. But like we were saying, like best of one, there's so much variance and everything. So I don't know, maybe. But I think that it's like, oh, you're taking this space. Okay, you're probably going to Muta. I don't know. That's just the way I look at it.
I played Jiraiya a lot, and he's definitely willing to go for lurker openings +1 armor openings, stuff like that. So it's not always just the standard 2-hatch Muta, but he does play it quite a bit, and he's strong with it. So wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, but I guess he did take that third before layer, right?
Yeah.
So okay. So I guess it doesn't necessarily. Yeah, it can be some lurker play for sure. But once the layer's more than halfway done and he doesn't have a Hydra Den, then it's definitely
that's the tell. Yeah.
Yeah. So
dude, I gotta bring this up today. I was laddering today, and it was 2 or 3 games in a row. I ran into these Zerg players that were just opening like Hydra Ling, and they'd try and fight my first Marine medic with these Hydras, and I'm just like, dude, get these Hydras out of here, dude. I don't want to see this. Just get them out. Smacked those Zergs back into like 2004 with their outdated strategies.
Wait, real quick, Tim, can I look at Zerg's natural?
Look at all these SCVs pulled. So it is going to be lurkers, but Red Duck has an absurd amount of SCVs pulled. It looks like he thought there was a Ling all-in coming, but really it's not. I mean, that's just a standard number of Lings.
Man, so yeah, I was way off. So it's definitely lurker, which is really sick. And Red Duck with that SCV scout didn't see the Hydra Den.
Yeah,
by the way.
And there's also a natural gas and a third gas. So Jiraiya's pecking up really quickly. He's taking those gas super early, so you have to expect probably like a quick Queen's Nest going straight to Hive or something. He's going to have a huge gas bank that he needs to do something with. Scanning the main base, not going to reveal anything.
Did he scan the nat?
He scanned the nat too.
Oh, he did it?
It looked like he did. It just faded, so I think he sees that.
I think that was from the SCV scout, wasn't it?
Okay, there's the nat scan.
Okay, yeah, now he knows. Okay. Alright, so 4-hatch. So I want to say this is like a layer, like you were saying, this is like a layer play. This isn't like a Hive play. Like, I don't think this is like fast.
He has a third gas, so I'm wondering what he's going to do with all that gas.
Songs.
He has a huge bank right now.
I'm like trying to figure out why I watch. I'm like, oh, maybe that is a Queen's Nest actually. This drone, yeah. Nice eye, Tim. Good catch. Oh, does have the money for it.
It's something.
he keeps macroing, so he can't build it.
Oh my god.
Red Dog is pushing out on the map though. This is what you want to do against lurkers, by the way. You just want to be out on the map before lurkers are done. Okay, so it is gonna be Hive.
It is Queen's Nest.
I wasn't sure if it would be like Spire for vessels or drops.
Yeah, so opening lurkers like this, he's going to be able to secure 3 bases, no problem. There's just not going to be a way to bust these lurkers. But on the other hand, there's no turrets forced out from Red Duck. He's going to be able to go nonstop SCV and Marine production and get that factory right away. I mean, saving hundreds of minerals, not having to build turrets. So he's just going to be able to get that infrastructure up super fast. Tech up if he wants to, maybe take a third base quickly if he wants to. And he has free reign over the map right now. So really it's going to be a struggle for Jiraiya to take his 4th base, get his 4th gas, which is really what starts to tip the matchup in Zerg's favor as it gets into the late game. So I'm a little bit worried for Jiraiya here. He needs some sort of game plan to get that 4th gas.
Yeah. As Red Duck though, like I'm not seeing every scan he's doing, but like this is like such like a, I always describe it as like, I don't know, you're just like pitch like it's like night out and you're like in the ocean, man. Like you have no idea where any of these lurkers are.
Sure,
like
yeah.
You're just walking through like a minefield, I guess is a better way to put it.
There could be hold position lurkers anywhere. In fact, there's lurkers on the ramp may be on hold position, and if Red Duck tries to go for a soft contain at the natural, he could get heavily punished for it.
Right. I mean, it's definitely good to keep your like your force out, like we were saying, but it's risky too. If you got to like keep tabs on like the lurkers at all times and know where they're all at. Okay, so that was a perfect
the lurkers, and they were on hold position, so he's going to lose them without a single spine being fired.
And I'm not sure how many lurkers are at the nat here. I don't know if he has them stacked up or is that just one? Oh no! Oh, okay, he has 2.
He has 2. He's going to try and go for the bust, but a 3rd comes out, so he's going to back off for now. Smart.
Yeah.
Move.
Okay, so yeah, Red Duck, like he just can't do anything here with the lurkers on the ramp and everything.
And Jiraiya's up to 44 drones right now, which is just a massive drone count. Really going to be able to mine super heavy off 3 base, but
look at his gas bank too.
Yeah, I mean,
he has so much gas.
It's gigantic. He got his 3 gas super quickly.
So yeah, he's looking like he's in a great spot. I mean, Red Duck, he just there we go, the Filer Mount. He just needs to do something, but he has a tank. So I don't know, like what does Terran do here if he just has there's a 2nd tank, I assume Siege is done. Yeah, he just needs to basically, this is like, as you know, like, you play TVZ all the time in this position, I'm sure. You just gotta, like, push before the Defiler Mountain's done, Consume's done. If he can do that, if he can break Jara, I can't say your name, I butcher it, man. Naratu, man. But, yeah, if he can break him before Defilers are done, then, yeah, he just wins. But he just needs to keep making lurkers and holding. Maybe, yeah, more Sunkens, I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned for Red Duck because going for a tank like this when your opponent is rushing to Hive, I mean, he's going to be able to put pressure on these Sunkens, but you know that Consume's going to be done before Red Duck's ready to bust. I mean,
you think so though?
Yeah, I'm almost positive that he's going to be able to hold this. Well,
I don't know.
With one tank,
I don't
second
know.
tank comes in now. I mean, we'll see, I guess.
I mean, I think this is his best shot. I like Red Duck's play here. I like the tanks. I think.
Okay.
I mean, without the tanks, there's you couldn't be doing anything that he's doing right now. You know.
No,
like
definitely
I'm saying,
not.
I mean, that is a lot of liquor though. And Consumes it's really just keep
and the
that
issue
play
is if he doesn't do immense damage right here, his vessel count's going to be so nerfed compared to what it could be, and then after that, his dropship count. Because if you go straight away 2 ports, you go up to 4 or 6 vessels, and then you go 2 dropships, you're gonna have so much irradiate, and then be able to put pressure on with those dropships. That's like really how you deal with Hive Tech in this situation. But
there's a lurker there.
Yeah, there's already a preemptive lurker, so most likely not a whole lot of damage is gonna get done here. It was a nice thought going for the dropship first, but that's gonna delay his science vessels even more. Link's coming in to defend it now.
What's going on to natural? Okay, so
and
Swarm.
Here comes the Dark Swarm. Oh, this is gonna do huge damage. No,
oh my God.
No!
He's microing the drop.
You hate to see that happen.
He's like, I'm Boxer killing all these drones.
I mean, he did clear out almost everything in the main base, but Dark Swarm comes out now. He's gonna have to pick out.
I mean, that was definitely, I would say, better for Mr. Mariah Carey, Jiraiya. But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, look, this is the first vessel. The first vessel is at 85 energy right now at almost 12 minutes. I mean, if you went for a straightaway 2-port after 3 racks, you could have probably like 6 vessels right now.
Yeah. I mean, Red Dog's doing a great job. Just, like I was saying, like, you have the zone out. Like, basically, if you give Zerg space, then you lose.
Right.
And he actually has Vulture's Mines. Okay, so he's not in such a horrible position. I think he's behind. Oh, did he lose more Marines at the third?
He's trying to go into the now right now.
At the bottom ramp? Okay, yeah, he's just... I mean, yeah, we were saying like the 2 ramp thing, but I mean, he's doing a great job defending it.
Really, I feel like Red Duck should be most focused on denying a 4th base here, because 3 gas Zerg is a problem, but it's very containable. It's very manageable. From this position, if there was just 3 bases, he could easily just take his 3rd base. It looks like he's switching into mech now, and he could just contain here super heavily, but off 4th base, gas, it's going to be really tough to deal with. I mean, Jiraiya could go for Ultras with Defiler and Lings, and it's going to be really difficult to deal with.
Yeah, if that hatchery finishes...
Oh, big mine hit.
Oh, if that hatchery finishes, bottom... Okay, and it just got done. If he can get a Nidus down there, then he should just be able to defend it.
Yeah, and then he's going to be able to take that natural beyond 5 gas, and mech is good, but you really need airtight map control to do the mech switch, like, most optimally. That's the reason people were doing it so much off of the 5 racks plus 1 build, is because even if you couldn't bust that 3rd base, you could contain so heavily off 3 base, and then just go take a couple expansions, go switch into mech. And so that's kind of what Red Duck's trying to do here. He's going to try and get that map control with Vulture Mines and his bio, obviously. But there's going to be so much coming out of Jiraiya. I mean, there's lurkers sandwiching behind these Marine medic while the Lynx chase them. Oh, big mine hit.
Yeah, that was... So he's finally breaking out, like, out of his base. And like I said, if you give Zerg space, you know, that's they'll just start harassing you with Swarm and everything, and at your expansions, you can't do anything about it. Like, now there's so many more pathways that are open. Vessel kill.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of worried for Red Duck here. I mean, the supplies are even, and as we know, if the supplies are even against the Zerg, then the Zerg's typically ahead.
Yeah.
I know he's going Ultras too, but with Ultras, with all these mines, I mean, it could backfire, but I'm sure he'll be fine. I mean, mines they're pretty good against Ultras, but at the same time, like, 10 can go off on like 1 Ultra.
Ooh,
and then it's like, doesn't matter. Yeah. He'll probably just send some like lurkers in that canal and be okay, but yeah. So yeah, what is?
Look at Red Duck. He's been at like 500 APM for the whole game now.
Oh,
This
wow.
guy's insane.
His poor wrist, man.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, yeah, he killed. I think he killed a drone there. Oh, what's more? Is this? That's a bunch of vultures coming actually.
Holy
He needs lurkers. Lanes obviously won't be able to hold this. He needs lurkers with the defiler to hold this.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's already
he's mining up
outside
the
the Nidus Canal.
Yeah, that's really smart. So these
Ooh.
Sunkens, he's killing the eggs with the mines too. I think he's okay. Yeah, he got rid of some of those mines. He should be fine. Yeah, he lost
Losing
all
all
the
the
drones
drones
now.
though. That's
Yeah.
pretty big.
Yeah. This is like a crazy game, man.
Yeah, seriously.
I mean, vultures running around the map is just so annoying to deal with. Cause like,
Yeah, and
you know,
you see Red Duck is actually forced to make so many vultures because I mean he's mining off 2 gas right now. Although he does have
Right.
quite the considerable gas bank, but probably
Yeah.
because he's focused so heavily on vulture production.
right.
Finally
And
floating this barracks out.
he still has 1 port, right? Or is he? Does he have 2? He still has 1 port, I think.
He just
right?
has one, yeah.
So there you go. And then yeah, the mech switch.
And he
you're
has
saying.
no upgrades either on his mech yet, so it's gonna be a while till he's at a good upgrade situation.
Yeah, and I know you don't want too many vultures, or sorry, too many vessels when you're going mech. Like if you have like maybe like 4 to 6, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's definitely not SK Terran where you're flying around with a control group of them.
Yeah. So probably Jiraiya's next step here is to just take the bottom right natural, right?
Yeah.
Which you know he's expanding closer to Red Dock, so that could be problematic.
Yeah, but I think he can just mass up so much off of that. I mean, he'd be mining off of like 4 or 5 bases at that point. He could just go so heavily with Ultra Link Filer, and if he just focused on crushing any chance of Red Duck getting a 3rd gas, eventually
Right.
Red Duck would be worn out just because of mech's requirement for gas income. So
Right.
I assume that's going to be his plan coming in here. But nice.
That was really good. Yeah. He's floating a CC over to the left there, 9 o'clock or whatever, 10 o'clock, but the Overlord sees it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like you were saying. I mean, I'm sure he'll just try to focus most of his attention on that base, and as long as I don't really think he cares too much about this mineral only, and he can't really do much about it anyway. He's clearing
No.
out mines with lanes. Yeah, that's the thing with mines. It's like you're not going to use ultras really to clear mines because you know a bunch could die perhaps.
Yeah.
So you just want to send lanes, and that's the most cost-effective way. Because dude, it's so annoying to kill mines with like OVs
Hydras.
and like Hydras or like
Yeah,
lurkers
yeah.
because you gotta burrow the lurkers every time, and Hydras like sometimes they just derp out and run into the mines even with range. Like
Oh.
yeah, he's just trying to clear up the mines, and then I don't know, man. I mean, Red Duck has pretty good map control though.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised.
Oh,
It
Muta
looks
switch.
like a Muta switch, but I mean, there's Irradiates here. You can't really get away with a late game Muta switch into a Terran that has that many vessels.
Yeah,
And-
honestly, I'm kind of fearing for Jiraiya here.
Yeah, it looks like he's kind of missing a late game plan here. Now he's going to be playing against a Terran that's basically on equal base mining, and obviously that's not a position you want to be in against mech. There's such a map presence with those mines. I mean, just look at the mini map; it's just speckled with blue everywhere.
Great upgrades though.
Yeah,
Jiraiya.
plus 3 armor already. But
Yeah.
as time goes on, having that upgraded damage is going to slowly whittle away, and he needs to do something with it. If he lets Red Duck just split the map in half, he's not going to be able to win.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he might. I don't know. He might have to start thinking about getting queens, right? Like right now.
Yeah,
I mean, I think he can. So I think it's in one of those positions where I feel like neither player can kill each other.
yeah.
Like, yeah, he's harassing with vultures. He's trying to get some drones, you know, drone kills and whatnot. But I feel like neither player can kill each other. So I think this is the best time to get queens. I think.
Yeah, it definitely gives him an option. It gives him an out to these late game armies. I mean, it looks like right now he's not going to be able to take a head-on engagement with just his kind of paltry Ling Lurker Ultra with a handful of mutas composition. And this freshly taken base, plus this map presence that Red Duck is setting up, he's probably going to be able to take 2 bases in the top left. I mean, something needs to be... Jiraiya needs to take some sort of action now, or else he's going to just fall insurmountably behind as the game progresses.
Yeah. Kind of like the first with Gypsy and Galaxy, but just like larger scale, bigger scale. But
Yeah.
same idea basically, right? I
Yeah.
mean, and ultras, they're okay against mech when you like drop on top of tanks, but other than that, like just a straight up engagement like on the ground, yeah, ultras really aren't, in my opinion, that great against mech. Doing that with the overlords is really risky because of all the Goliaths, of course. So maybe dropping that.
Do we see Guardians get morphed over at the bottom right base?
Oh no, I don't. Guardians against Goliaths. I don't know. It can be good. I mean, if he puts it in the like above on the cliff there, like could
yeah,
be
I mean,
good, I guess.
As
but the Goliath range,
unit, they're solid.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets sunken and then just tries to like kill the tanks, maybe. Because I mean, I know the Goliaths will outrange the Guardians still, even up on the high ground, but like, I don't know, man.
Oh no, and we're just gonna run straight through these minefields. Ultra's taking huge damage.
But
this
is really good. This is important here for sure. I mean, like look how many minerals he has and how much gas he has. Yeah. So I mean, if he keeps making, he's only going to be able to afford vultures basically. So
Guardians making their yearly trip to the west.
Yeah, they
venture west in search of Vespian gas.
I don't know. That was so much gas, but I mean, he has a lot of gas bank too. So
they just need to, you have to also think he made those mutas and he got +1 carapace on the flyers, and the mutas really didn't accomplish much. The Guardians didn't accomplish anything, and he's falling behind in supply. The only good thing for him is that Red Duck is kind of having a hard time taking an additional base after this. He's going to be mined out at his main nat and third soon. But I mean, he's going to be able to max out with the resources he has and use that army to either just kill Jiraiya or take top 2 bases in top left. And from that position, I just don't know how Jiraiya wins it.
What do you think if Red Duck just tried it till 6 o'clock and then just mined it up like crazy?
Sure, yeah.
I mean, because then he can apply pressure, at the bottom right.
Yeah.
I mean, I know defilers and swarm with lurkers would be really annoying, but like, I don't know. I feel like taking this base at 9 o'clock, and I don't know. Like, if you can take top left, like you were saying, then it's definitely, I think, good for Red Duck if he splits the map. But he already got broken once, so I don't know.
And I don't know how Jiraiya's actually going to save this 12 o'clock base. Siege Tank's already in position here. There's some ultras, but not a whole lot, and a lot of them are heavily damaged from taking mine hits already. That ultra's going to go down.
This game's so back and forth.
Yeah, seriously.
They just keep killing each other's expansion.
Yeah. But the 12 o'clock goes down, Jiraiya not able to save it, and now you see his income is so slow right now.
Yeah, now I think this is like the perfect opportunity for Red Duck to just start mining.
Yeah.
Like with vultures, top left area, and then just start taking top left.
Yeah.
I think this is like the perfect opportunity. So he's continuing making ultras. I don't know, man. Like I said, I feel like ultra lane against a mech army without overlords. I don't know, man. Tanks they do full damage, So
and they're 2/2 tanks now, so they're doing quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, I love dropping ultras on tanks and stuff like that. But against Goliaths, it can be hard to do that for sure.
Yeah, but the tank count honestly isn't that overwhelming. It looks like Jiraiya is not going to take this head-on engagement though, instead opting to counterattack to the third base. So he's going to sacrifice his main base and natural. He's going to have to do immense damage to make up for these losses.
Oh, one swarm can hold this. Zergo P.
It's true, a burrowed lurker, there's not much that mech can do about it. I don't think he has any vessels either, and he's getting busted at his third. He's going to lose this expansion, a lot of mineral income going down the bank, and now Red Duck's really just mining off one base.
Yeah, I don't know, I feel like this...
And now that his supply advantage also swings back in Jiraiya's favor, but oh man.
Man, he barely... If he just had maybe some more units top right, he could just destroy that tank line, Like if he had maybe like...
Tanks.
30 lanes with those ultras or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, these tanks are just gonna keep killing everything.
Oh man, what a game. It's so back and forth.
I think Red Duck got this. I think.
He's being so aggressive right now. He has like a soft contain at the it's a pretty hard contain at the natural, but now he's taking more army to go down to the bottom right bases. Usually with mech, you're trying to keep everything together as much as possible, but he's just confident he can stroll over here and kill the base. And quite frankly, I think he's right. I don't see any defense that Jiraiya is going to be able to put up against this. He has a strong supply, but I just don't know what it's in. It's so many tanks now. Like
Your team's looking good, man.
It looks like it.
The Killer Clowns.
The Killer Clowns might be beating the Clown Killers.
Oh man,
What are they gonna do after this? They're out of business now. They're one job. They had one job and they messed it up, man.
Dude, their life.
Their namesake.
Their life, man. I mean, they've been trained for this moment their
whole life, yeah. But if this mineral base goes down, I mean, Red Duck just has a sick mineral bank. It doesn't even seem like he needs this base for the most part. And Jiraiya's is not going to be able to max out or anything. Like, he's not going to be able to put together a scary army. While on the other hand, Red Duck still has enough resources to get one more max out. And there's nothing that Jiraiya's going to be able to do against that, I don't think.
Dude, Jiraiya was in such a great position, I feel. But I like the whole game, basically. But Red Duck just, you know, he did a great job zoning with the bio.
I think it was really the mines that won it for Red Duck. He was so thorough with his mine placement. But Defilers and Ultras coming up to this third base. But, oh man, these mines are just so brutal, man. I'm telling you, these mines really won the game for Red Duck.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the Ultras, like, mines could be really good or really bad against Ultras. I don't know. Like I said, 10 mines can go off, like, on one Ultra. But sometimes, you know, if it spreads out the damage and then all your Ultras are just dying, you're losing gas and minerals to just 75 minerals, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And with this bottom right base going down, Jiraiya's economy, that was already kind of in the gutter to begin with, is just going to be completely wiped out.
Yeah, I mean, what can he do? I mean, he got to take 12 o'clock again, I think, or maybe it's mineral only.
Yeah.
Really sure. He's trying to go Muta.
And Red Duck's going to be able to secure 6 o'clock super well. Now that those bottom right bases are taken out, there's no real attack point for Jiraiya there. One more attack coming into the third base, but that's going to be it. GG. And with that, Red Duck wins it for their team, winning the whole
Clowns
series. The Killer Clowns. We did it. I did it. It was me.
Dude, I wanted
Congratulations to me.
Wow, congratulations, father.
Thank you.
That was amazing. Great play.
Thanks.
Dude, Red Duck had like 500 APM that whole game.
Yeah, he was actually just blazingly fast. That was pretty goddamn nuts.
Yeah, I mean, well played by Jiraiya. Like,
yeah,
maybe, like I said, I mean, he's better than me, right? But I think if maybe he got queens when I was saying, but it's easier when you're casting, you know, because you can see everything, right?
I mean, it's so hard to execute with queens too. You got to know your limits as a player. If you can't clone like a god, then it's just not as efficient. But
that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. It is. It's not like easy free win or anything.
No.
Yeah. But yeah, that was great. That was a great series. Unfortunately, much better than my team.
It happens. One caster's got to be the alpha caster, as they say.
Oh, okay. I guess is that why I'm a gargoyle?
Yeah, the gargoyle represents being in the losers bracket.
I just go into stone once it's casted over.
Yeah. So it looks like up next in the winners bracket, I guess you'd call it, is going to be the Killer Clowns against the Cabal. And then in the losers bracket, it's going to be the Coin Flippers versus the Clown Killers, who might consider a name change at this point. But who am I to give advice, right?
Lay it on, man. Lay it on. Jeez.
But thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. Remember to join our Discord. We post notifications every time there's a new event, every time we go live. You get to be kept in the loop about upcoming events. Maybe seeing some of the new plans after we finish up Turf Wars. You'll be the first in the know if you're in the Discord. Yeah, do you have any shout outs you want to give, Easton? Thanks for casting with me today. Thanks to Tim for observing.
Yeah, thank you, Tim. Thank you, Father. Yeah, great job, guys. My shout-outs are, if any players are upset about if I said something wrong, I'm sorry. I'm just a noob, man. Yeah. So, you know, we got beef. I'm sorry. I hate when people like miscast my games. I try my best to not do that. It's like you have like an idea in your head. You're like, I want to, like, I'm doing this, man. Like, you can't see, but it's like hard, like sometimes, you know, But no, those were great games. Though. I mean, it went down the wire, right? It went down to one game. So
seriously, all those games are super close.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and with that, it looks like we're all done for the day. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in, and we will see you next week with another edition of Turf Wars. Hope you guys have a good night. Peace.